Hi, everybody wave. You gotta say hi.
Miss Dale.
There he is.
Now you gotta be quiet. The steering trumps. It's fast, direct, and though still a bit isolated, far more naturally weighted. It doesn't pogo, it doesn't shimmy, doesn't slump to the outside, and clop its way through the corner. The ride may be firm, but nothing throws it off its slot-like path you cut through the turns. And somehow that live axle deals with pitching and packed pavement with much of the sure-footed poise of an independent setup. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what CarAndDriver.com has to say about the new 2011 Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang is a wonderful car. I've driven one for 9 years, own it, love it. Mustangs are my passion. Hadn't had any problems with my car. So today I'm here to present to you that the 2011 Ford Mustang is a better sports car than the 2011 Chevy Camaro. As proof that the Mustang is the better car and will win the race over the Chevy, I'm going to offer you these four categories. The Camaro takes the red flag. The Mustang takes the green flag. The Mustang takes fewer yellow flags. And the Mustang takes the checkered winning flag. The Camaro takes the red flag. It does 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. That's 0.6 of a second slower than the Mustang. CarAndDriver.com, they weren't real impressed with the Camaro either. They said the stiff, insulated structure soaks up engine vibes and tire moaning, but the rear end discombobulates and dances while accelerating over rough pavement. Who wants to drive a car that's that hard to handle on a rough road? I know lots of rough roads, not very many smooth ones. The MotorTrend.com says about the Camaro, the engine has grunt, but can feel sluggish at times. So not only is it hard to handle on rough roads, it's also slow. But the Mustang, it takes the green flag. It does 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. The premier website for car facts, car reviews is Edmunds.com. Edmunds.com says this: the Mustang V6 has a new 3.7 liter engine producing 305 horsepower and 280 pound-foot of torque. The Mustang GT has a new 5.0 liter engine. It's a V8, good for 412 horsepower and 390 pound-foot torque. That's a lot of power under the hood of that car. Ford has pretty much nailed what the Mustang is supposed to be. Light, fun, simple yet effective interior, lively powertrain, driving dynamics to please a real enthusiast at a bargain price. That bargain price, as mentioned by MotorTrend.com, brings us to that fewer yellow flags that the Mustang will have. The Camaro, base priced $26,530, is compared to the Mustang base price of $22,995. That's $3,500 less than the Camaro. The gas mileage on the Mustang is better too. The Camaro is getting 17 miles per gallon in town, while the Mustang gets 19. So fewer pit stops, fewer yellow flags. The Mustang's going to take the winning checkered flag. Lindsay Mason writes in her article, the 2011 Mustang versus the 2010 Chevy Camaro, and look at both models. The results are in. Americans have voted. Americans have voted, and the 2011 Mustang has defeated the Chevy Camaro by 70%. 70% of the people voted for the Mustang. The Ford Mustang is a better car than the Chevy Camaro. In a word, the one word that Edmunds.com has for the for the Mustang is wow. From the handling of the car to its interior, the Mustang wins hands down over the Camaro. The steering trumps. It's fast, direct, and though still a bit isolated, far more naturally weighted. It doesn't pogo, it doesn't shimmy, doesn't slump to the outside and clop its way through the corner. The ride may be firm, but nothing throws it off its the spotlight path you cut through the turns. And somehow that live axle deals with pitching and pocked pavements with much of the sure-footed poise of an independent setup. The Mustang is a great car. Folks, go out and drive a winning car today. Go test drive the Mustang 2011.